Hello, my name is Oliver Vaughan, and I'm going to take you through an introduction to Kenya. Okay, so this is what we're going to be focusing on today. Where is Kenya? Speaking Kenyan, Kenyan history, and facts about Kenya. And we're going to round it all off in a summary. Okay, first of all, where is Kenya? Well, Kenya is in the east of Africa and sits on the equator. What countries border Kenya? Well, Kenya has a wide range of countries that border them. Ethiopia and Sudan, South Sudan to the north, Uganda to the west, Somalia to the east, and Tanzania to the south. But it also has the Indian Ocean that borders them as well, which is the hottest ocean in the world. Okay, second of all, speaking Kenyan. Swahili and English are the official languages spoken in Kenya, but there are over 60 languages spoken. These are some simple English words: hello, thank you, and goodbye, but I'm going to translate them into Swahili. Hello means jambo, thank you means asante, and goodbye means kwaheri. Okay, third of all, Kenyan history. Well, Kenya has been inhabited for many, many years. In fact, this is a stone axe used by someone who lived in Kenya 1.7 million years ago. Well, Kenya is a former British colony. More recently, Kenya was one of the 65th Commonwealth countries. In the pink here, it shows the countries that were owned by Britain when Kenya was. The Kenyan flag. What does the flag mean? Well, the colour black symbolises the black majority of people. Red is for the bloodshed during the fight for freedom. The white was added later to symbolise peace and honesty. The black, red and white traditional Maasai shield and two spears symbolises the defence of all things mentioned above. And last of all, green symbolises the land. Okay, facts about Kenya. Well, Kenya's population is growing and growing and growing. In fact, in this population pyramid, you can see that the majority of people in Kenya are under 20 years old. In fact, there are over 43 million people that live in Kenya at this time. Every 23.6 seconds, a baby is born. The Kenyan currency. Well, the Kenyan currency is made up of shillings and cents. That's one British pound will buy you a good cup of Kenyan tea and a daily newspaper. In fact, that's not that much more than England. The capital of Kenya. Well, the capital of Kenya is Nairobi, but until 1907 it never used to be. In fact, it was Mombasa. Nairobi comes from the Maasai phrase Nkari Nairobi and means cold water. Some parts of Nairobi look like any modern city in the world, like Paris, New York, or even Birmingham. Other parts of Nairobi are slums, where there's no fresh water, no nice houses. But the only thing I need to say is, would you like to live there? Because I definitely wouldn't. Kenya has many spectacular landscape features, including the Great Rift Valley, the beaches of Mombasa, and Lake Turkana. First of all, the Great Rift Valley. Did you know that the Great Rift Valley is so enormous it can be seen from the moon? Therefore, the valley is between 60 and 100 kilometres wide, with sides up to 3,000 metres high in places. Second of all, Lake Victoria. This is Africa's largest lake, at a whopping size of 68,800 square kilometres. In fact, it is 3 times the size of Wales. Lake Turkana. Well, Turkana is Africa's largest lake. It covers an area of 8,500 kilometres wide and it's situated in the Kenya desert. The good thing about this lake is that it's emerald green, but the bad thing about this lake is that it's full of snappy crocodiles. Fourth of all, the Tanya. The Tanya is the largest river in Kenya, almost 3 times the length of the Thames. Its source starts at the Mount Kenya and its mouth ends in the Indian Ocean. Last of all, Mount Kenya. Well, Mount Kenya, at a size of 5,199 metres, is the second highest mountain in Africa, after Kilimanjaro. Ben Nevis is almost 4 times smaller than this mountain, with a size at 1,344 metres. Tourism is very, very important to Kenya. Tourism earns more money for Kenya than sales of flowers, tea, and even coffee. Kenyan wildlife. Kenya has lovely wildlife, including giraffes, rhinos, elephants, lions, and loads more. The Big Five game, including the elephant, the buffalo, the leopard, the lion, and the rhinoceros. They were called the Big Five by big game hunters and refers to the five as being the most difficult animals to hunt on foot. But what is the most dangerous animal in Africa? Gosh, it's the hippo. In fact, the hippo is responsible for more human fatalities in Africa than any other large animal. Okay, last of all, we're going to round all off what we've learned in the summary. Key facts about Kenya. Its location. It is situated in the east of Africa and sits on the equator. History. Kenya has been inhabited for many years. In fact, over 1 million years ago, The capital of Kenya is Nairobi. The language is a very, very high standard with English and Swahili spoken. Kenya has loads of magnificent landscapes, including the Great Rift Valley, which we've learnt about, the Tanya and Lake Turkana. Wildlife attracts tourists to Kenya a lot each year. National Parks does the job, also the beaches of Mombasa. Okay, thank you for listening to my presentation today. I hope you enjoyed it, because I definitely did.